So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Oh, sorry, sweetie, but we do have car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct, so it's all good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they made it easy with an online quote.
Interesting.
Plus, we're saving a bunch.
Like $4?
We're talking hundreds.
So enough for you to my house?
Sweetie.
I want the one with the hot tub.
Saving on car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct is simpler than playtime.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
Exhibition game against Jeff and Laura Walker. It's a little bonus curling for us to watch. Tickets to draw 9 and 10 will get you in to see this matchup and see our Olympic representation. So buy your tickets.
Welcome to the Stettler Recreation Center. This is Mark Higgins, joined with Justin Jakes, and we're live here for the draw 8 of the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup, presented by Best Western.
Hey Mark, how's it going? It's Justice Jakes here, and welcome everyone to our production of the B-QUALIFIER on Sheet C for the Alberta Boston Pizza Cup for 2025. It's hosted by the Erskine Curling Club this year. They've done a fantastic job so far. Mark, we're back again for another draw. It's Team Evan van Amsterdam versus Team Jacob Libbus for a B-QUALIFIER game, and a trip or a chance to book a trip to the 1-2 page playoff versus Team Cooey.
It should be a great game. Both teams are on a good roll. So it should be good fun, if nothing else.
Yeah, these teams, they just got off the ice, and I had the privilege of commentating Team Van Amsterdam on the last draw there with Eric, one of our other commentators, and what a game that was. It was just so back and forth with them and Team Tau, and Team Van Amsterdam advancing, obviously, and Team Libbus, they kind of made quick work of Team Adams early on in the last draw. So they were done in 5 ends. They only played 5 ends of the 10. So 8-2, and Team Libbus here looking to get into the 1-2 page playoffs. So Libbus, they seem to be starting to be regulars at the BP's Cup every year, and this is a big game for them and their team out of Edmonton. So all right, well, show's on the road, as we say, and it's going to be a good one here, folks, tonight. So grab an 016, grab a sandbagger, and tune in for the duration of our game tonight, and hopefully you enjoy the show.
Yes, absolutely. The fans are still milling in, but yeah, it should be a good event.
It's funny, I made a comment in the comments of the stream, and I said it was crazy that we had almost 100 people just waiting for the game to start, and now on Curling Zone it says we have 200 people with 5 minutes in between that comment, so I'm expecting a big turnout tonight.
I do have five followers on Instagram, so That's probably why we're seeing such a influx of fans.
There you go. That's us. If you don't know, we've commentated a few of the draws. If you're just tuning in for the first time now, we welcome you. And you can find our stream on X, Facebook, Twitch, Curling Alberta's YouTube, and Curling Zone's YouTube. So we're excited to be here with you tonight, and we're excited to bring you this feature matchup, which has Libbus and Van Amsterdam going head-to-head. So Van Amsterdam, they are throwing the yellow stones. Libbus throwing the red stones. I'm going to go through the lineups here shortly, but initial reaction to the first end there, Mark. What are we thinking?
Can't, you're over curling.
Well, you know, we've
it
looks like a fairly safe end so far, but
14-2.
you know, we've seen some games where the teams are just coming right out aggressive right off the bat. Earlier in the draws, we saw some blanks where teams were feeling each other, but I think both teams are feeling quite comfortable with the ice, and they're ready to go, so should be good.
Yeah, you bet. And I think it's going to be really cool to see these two teams face off. They're both high-ranked teams on the Canadian team ranking system. I'm just looking for Team Jacob Libbus's ranking now, but I know for sure that the Team Van Amsterdam is ranked 17th in Canada right now, so great showing for them. I will get you that other ranking here shortly, but great start, and it looks like we're getting kind of frisky already there, Mark. It's I use the term frisky. It's it's not expected to kind of be so aggressive early in this B-qualifier game. You'd think teams would kind of ease into this, and here we are with rocks in the rings, opportunity among us.
Where is it? Whoa.
Team Libbus right now, they're just trying to bring that rock in, but they they corner freeze, they bump off their own red, and over curl a bit.
Kid red, yellow it. Boom, boom.
Guys like that?
Like a quarter.
Team Van Amsterdam just looking to kind of clean up a little bit. This is a little bit more of what I was thinking the first end would be, just kind of keeping it clean, not getting too into the game, or I guess putting all the eggs in a first end basket, right?
Absolutely, get the feel of it.
And after the pre-event practice, it was determined that Van Amsterdam had the best draw to the button, which determines who has hammer in the first end. So they'll start with last stone first end, which is the LSFE on the scoreboard behind you. So that's, if you're wondering what that asterisk is, they were the best draw, so that's what they were awarded. That doesn't change throughout the game, but that hammer signed on the scoreboard, if you're looking, it will change, and the umpires will move that to whoever has hammer at the time.
Gonna have to curl. Curl. Hard. Curl.
Van Amsterdam is replacing
Hard.
It's got to come a long way to get to the center line.
That wasn't tight. That's a bad judge. I love this.
I think it's that one.
Yeah, so
what kind of weight?
Libbus there with a little bit of a miss with just trying to get it over a little bit more, and didn't quite get there, but nonetheless it's definitely a rock that you might be able to lose, or maybe potentially block a draw for Team Van Amsterdam. Team Libbus is shot stone sitting on the 4 foot, so great start for them.
I think this will curl.
But Van Amsterdam looking to make this go away now.
Sterling Middleton, the second, with his last rock.
Little down. Clean. Yep. Yes.
Keep it there, hard.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is Sterling Middleton. He is the vice for this team. So the one thing that our viewers at home should note is that Jason Ginter is the third for this team. He's the one that was just sweeping that stone, but he is the he's a part of the front end, right? Sterling is the vice, so he's the one having the conversation at the back of the house after the team shots are through and Evan's getting ready to throw. He holds the broom for Evans, so a little bit of a note there for you. Team Libbus with a little bit more of a traditional lineup. Nathan Molberg, he is the full-fledged third and vice of their team, so he's throwing right now for Team Libbus. So Libbus in that red jacket, red, black, and white jacket, and then Team Van Amsterdam in that purple and blue colored jacket duo.
Little tight. Okay, whoa. Mine's tight. Whoa, there, mine's tight.
So they're
mine's tight.
Libbus is going to return that guard. This one's a little tighter. Lots of finish on that curl.
Yeah.
I think so. Kind of like board at least. It's going to go sideways.
Yeah, you bet. And for people that were wondering where Team Libbus was on the Canadian team ranking system, they're 44th in Canada. So this is a pretty even matchup, 44 and 17 going head to head. So
I like that. You like that?
Something to take into consideration.
Looks pretty close.
Okay,
Libbus also being, they were the one team that wasn't awarded a, they were the last team, or I guess the next seed down from not being awarded that advancement in the second round of the A qualifiers. So they played their first game in the first round of the A qualifiers, but ultimately losing in the semifinal to Team Adams. But coming back, beating them once more.
I got it.
Whoa!
Red one, go. Okay.
Nice come around.
I was thinking medium.
So yeah, Mark, we see that there's 2 yellows in the house for Van Amsterdam that are sitting 1 and 2 right now. If your Team Libbus, they're looking at just kind of removing these rocks right now, but would you think that these guards could become a little bit of a problem later on in the end?
Well, I would think if this gets removed, we'll certainly see a come around because there's stagger all over the place. There's really not a run back opportunity on the guards. So definitely could cause some issues later on in this end. Oh, nice double there to remove those 2 yellows. And shooter rolls away, and I see right away Van Amsterdam is calling for the draw to the top of the 4.
All right, and for those of our viewers at home that are wondering what other sheets are playing this evening, we have all 4 sheets playing this evening. So Jamie King faces Cole Adams in a C semifinal on sheet A. Sheet B, there's also a C semifinal, Dalen Vavrick versus Johnson Tao. And on sheet C is our sheet here. That's qualifier number 2, the B qualifier. And that faces that features Jacob Libbus and Evan Van Amsterdam on that sheet here we're watching today. And on sheet D, we have Ryan Jakes versus Zach Davies, and they'll play the loser of this game in tomorrow's C qualifier number 4. So the winner of the Vavrick Tao game, they'll play the winner of the King and Adams game, and then the winner of the Davies Jakes game will play the loser of our Libbus Van Amsterdam game, and the winner obviously moving on to play Kevin Cooey in the 1-2 page playoff.
Yeah. So you think speed's same?
So the two C teams, the losers will be out. So there will be 2 more teams eliminated from the draw tonight, and the remaining 6 teams move on to live another day.
Yeah, so it's interesting. We'll see. I think it's actually 3 teams, Mark, that are eliminated this evening. So we'll see 3 teams, and only 4 teams remaining in the bracket, but 6 qualified, or 6 still in the running. I guess. But very what's it called?
Room now.
Interesting to see how it'll all shape out here in Alberta. As we already have one team in the Briar with Team Alberta Jacobs already waiting to see who will join them as the Alberta representatives. And then our event here naming one more team to the Briar.
So that draw there from Libbus just got a little wide.
Yeah, just get a little inside there.
You can see a good portion of it. So we're going to see Van Amsterdam try a soft weight hit and try to get another roll in there. So a great setup for Van Amsterdam right now. If he can remove this red rock and curl under cover.
Man, here we go.
Yeah, and I think that's the big thing Team Van Amsterdam is looking to do on Evan Van Amsterdam's first. This is him throwing the yellow rock right now, and you're just looking to have a quick start, I think, and that'll be one of their keys to the game. So Evan Van Amsterdam delivering his first stone in the qualifier.
Down. Gotta go. Attack.
Jason Ginter already working this.
Hard! Really gotta go! Gotta go! Hard! Whoa, whoa. Stay with this.
Oh, and
no.
they'll just hit the top
Oh.
red.
Seemed to be a little soft. They right away
Okay.
they said weight was down,
Girl.
so just a little soft on the release there. Didn't
Alright.
get the weight that he wanted.
Okay.
Now, if you're Team Libbus, I don't think your option gets any easier. Maybe you would, but actually, now that I look at it, Mark, could there be a triple or like a double there if you use your own red?
If you use your own red, you could double it as well, as there might be a jam on that back yellow rock that just
Yeah.
skipped in there, right? So he could be potentially line 3 here.
Yeah, big opportunity for Jacob Libbus early in this game. So it looks like that's the call they're going to make, and some bigger weight that you can expect from Jacob
Coming
Libbus.
off our own here. Yeah.
Me and Eric, we chatted last game a little bit about how these teams are so effective
Solid
when
close
they
to
hit.
the
They're
third.
just so very good at throwing that that large weight. So Jacob Libbus, I'm sure no stranger to that. So it'll be very good to see what type of action he can get going on these two rocks. Last stone for Jacob Libbus in the first end of play without hammer, throwing the red stone.
Looks like he needs about a half, in half of the rock.
Clean, yep. Clean. Clean. Curl. Curl. Hard curl. Hard.
So they won't get both, but they'll
Good.
get the shot rock out of the 4-foot and bury themselves. So very nice shot from Jacob Libbus.
And right away, Van Amsterdam, his only option is a draw to the pin.
Excellent shot from
14 out.
Jacob Libbus and his squad to really turn this end around. It looked like Van Amsterdam was setting up
Feels
for
like
something, and all of a
backache
sudden,
now.
with the turn of two rocks, different end.
Yeah, and I know earlier, Justice, you mentioned,
do
you
it.
know, all those staggered guards up front, whether they would come and play later in the end, and sure enough they did. So it's somehow quick things can turn around. 'Cause this is no gimme by any means.
Should be close.
Yeah,
Line's
you
okay,
bet.
it's
And
all okay.
final stone
wait's
here
pretty
from
good.
Evan Van
Okay,
Amsterdam, just
line's
looking
good.
to score his
Where?
one with an open draw.
Good. Close the
Back
line.
four, back four.
Okay, stay with it.
T, we're
Line's
T.
curling a lot.
Wait, see.
Line a little bit. Yep. Good, real good.
Good shot.
Nice shot, guys.
Excellent shot from Evan Van
Nice
Amsterdam.
draw.
Will put it
One
on
yellow.
the pin, almost
Right.
on the pin, pretty dang close. But
Yeah.
all right,
Right on.
How are you? What a draw.
yeah, you bet.
Nice
And
draw,
the
that
big
pistol.
thing, grab some 016, grab a hard seltzer, preferably from Sandbagger, and we'll be right back after the break.
Good brush, fellas.
Need extra space? We rock at storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
All right, everyone, and we're back after a score of
curling.
1 for Evan Van Amsterdam in the first end of play here at the B-Qualifier, the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup, presented by Curling Alberta and Best Western Resorts. I'm your commentator, Justice Jakes, and I'm joined by Mark Higgins today as well. If you're just joining us now,
Line's good, little tight.
It's been interesting
Line
end
only.
on the first end, Mark. We
Top 12.
thought it would be a closer
Line's
opportunity
good.
to, as our good
Wait
friend
only.
says, Darren Molding,
Top
Blanksville,
12.
but it was not. It was definitely a frisky end, as I said, and
Line's good.
lots of rocks in play.
Absolutely. I'm sitting next to Darren. Pack the kids up. We're going to Blanksville t-shirts for 10 bucks.
Oh, there you go.
Line's
That's too
perfect.
funny.
This line. Line's good, yeah. Switch.
All right. And
Top
if
14.
you're looking to
Curl if you
get
can.
involved
Yep. No,
with
can't
us,
go
the
for weight.
commentators and the stream,
Okay, that's
as
good there.
always, we have the chat
Good.
open for our stream on Curling Zone. You can watch the stream on 5 platforms, which include X, Twitch, Facebook,
you go.
Curling Alberta's YouTube channel, and
These
Curling
hold pretty
Zone's
good.
YouTube channel. That's the stream. Will be on the Curling Zone 1. And if you want to give us a shout out or want a shout out,
Yep.
I'm more than happy to
Yep.
give it. So let us know where you're
Yep.
tuning in from.
Yep.
I love to
Hard.
hear it.
Hard.
I had some
Hard.
folk
Hard.
from Australia tuning in last draw, so it was super cool to see.
Wait.
And we had Kona, Hawaii earlier in the day, so it's
Yeah,
it's
you
looking
bet.
good.
So it's truly a international affair when it comes to the curling community on these streams. So it's just so awesome to have everyone, and we thank you for coming to join us for a Friday evening. Hopefully you have a nice beverage and maybe some appetizers from Boston Pizza, and you can join us tonight.
Not last for sure.
Just
I
a
think
quick
it's okay,
shout out
though.
to our
Hey,
platinum
no.
sponsors,
Yeah, tight.
the town of
Good.
Stettler, county of Stettler,
sounds tight.
the Alberta provincial government, Grant,
Curl.
Keep going, curl,
Grant,
curl, curl,
Hard, Jake, come on.
Selco,
Come on, little more.
GT Hydraulics, and Crop
That's good.
Management.
Whoa,
So
that's good
they're
there.
without their sponsorship, this event wouldn't be the success that it is. Van
Yeah, truly
Amsterdam.
without those local sponsors, it's hard to do these types of events. But
Yep. Hard, you gotta go.
And the
Alright.
two municipalities and the
Whoa.
provincial
Whoa.
government really stepped
Whoa.
up for us, so that's great. They recognize the importance of something like this.
Sorry,
So
Zach.
Good throw. Nice sweet, Mike.
yeah, so a little bit of a miss there from Team
Backed
Libbus.
up.
They leave the guard up there. They really didn't care much
Got
about
it off
the.
center
I mean,
a
they
bit.
did, but
That helps.
not as much as removing the
Sterling?
guard, but
What is the jaw?
of removing the ones in the house. But they did move that rock off the
wait,
center,
Zach.
as Nathan
4 feet slower
Molberg
than
said.
the last
So
one.
Okay.
it's not
Both of
end
those
of the
went right
world
under
for them, but could come back to bite them in the end if Van Amsterdam continues the pressure on them.
Real close.
Not a little heavy. Little heavy, little heavy.
And for those of you on our stream that are wondering
Top
where
12.
these teams are from and who's on the
I think we're
team,
close.
I'm going to go over the lineups right now. So this is a battle of Edmonton. Both of these teams play out of the Edmonton area,
It's coming
and
off.
the city of Edmonton well represented right here in this game, this B-Qualifier. Out of the Saville Community Sports Center, Evan Van Amsterdam and
I
Skip
gotta
in the
make that
purple
double.
jackets with Jason the
Edge
Gint
on
Ginter
edge.
at third. He's one of our Curling Alberta
Get and roll
employees, so
along.
I like to give
I
him
could maybe make
a
the
little bit of a
nose
hard
double.
time. Raymond would be happy I said
Close.
that, but
With like
Sterling
what?
Middleton at second,
Easy.
Parker Conshu
Like
at
I've
lead,
got almost all of
and
it.
out of the Ellerslie Curling Club, Jacob Libbus at skip, Nathan Molberg at
Worst case,
third,
you have a
Zach
rock top
Pollock at
12.
second, Michael
Yeah, but
Henricks
you
at
need to-
lead, and Brad
No.
Thiessen is their alternate,
Yeah.
who is
Real
also
close. Just
their
high.
coach
Just
throughout the
high.
season, but he is their alternate this week so that they could bring on Jacob's dad as the official coach for the team, which is Mike
Good curl
Libbus.
here.
So well represented Libbus team there, and a former Brier champion in Brad Thiessen. No stranger to these types of games, a Boston Pizza Cup champion himself, and won a Brier with Darren Molding, who we were just talking about on that boccer rink. And, amazing to see him giving back to this younger team.
Successful with the peel there. Just an update on our other sheets. Sheet A, Jamie King scored a deuce in the first, and they're up 2-0 on Team Adams. Sheet B between Tau and Vavrick was a blank, and sheet D, Davies scored a deuce against Jakes.
Max.
And
Max.
Good. I think it's good. Halfway tight. Might be yours.
Curl if you're halfway.
Halfway tight.
So this Van Amsterdam team is looking to just make a guard and really protect the ones they have in the house. They are sitting 3 in the house. They're set up quite nicely for a steal opportunity and potentially a big force
In or out?
for Team Libbus, who has the hammer.
Let's make this good, boys. You got it.
Just under 600 people watching the stream now. A big shot coming from Nathan Molberg.
Oh,
Gets 3 of them. Great
Nice
shots
triple.
and clears the house. Or
Cleared
clears the
things
front of
up.
the house. Yeah, you bet. Early
count as
leader
a
for a
quad?
moment of the game there. Good little comment there from Nathan. Great replay to show exactly what happened there.
More than just draw
Nathan
around the
Molberg
corner.
sure to be happy with that.
Okay.
And I think the big thing there was his shooter rolled away, so there's
These LSD speed here. Yeah.
he's got a path if he does have to draw at the end, and he's only dealing with one guard, not multiple. So that was a great shot.
Yeah, very well executed, well called.
Line's okay.
Just great team shot for
Close
Team
down.
Libbus there.
I like it. Let him know again.
Half in.
Evan Van Amsterdam looking
Line's
to
real
do
good.
a guard
Still tight.
here.
Line's getting tight.
Just protect his one on the button.
Just here. It's always Jay. Straight.
Sterling Middleton on the
We
call.
gotta be in. We're over curling. Just fighting, guys.
And they get it a little bit deeper, and they want to get it biting,
Okay.
but they over curl a bit. So a little bit of an unforced error there from Team Van Amsterdam.
You don't like if you nose it.
Nose is good.
I think nose is bad.
You've got 3
So
quarters.
Libbus is trying to
I'm thinking hack
just
here.
kind of examine their options here.
Tapping though.
Yeah.
Like you could kill it and roll. Yeah, I can take it.
Now, Mark, it doesn't seem like they
curl
want
up
to
top.
really roll anywhere. You might think they want to roll, but I think Libbus is okay to blank this end here.
Back weight, sure.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I would thought the roll
nose
behind
is
the
really
two
good.
corners would be an option, but that's a long roll to judge, and like you say, with that last yellow guard not hitting the house, a blank is definitely in play.
12-5.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I thought they would be a little bit more keen on the hit and roll just to get the 2. That's the natural tool, the 2. But, Jacob Libbus seems like he's a-okay with blanking this end, and just, you know what, if Van Amsterdam misses the next shot, then I think he's thinking that I have my option for 2, so.
Whoa! Yep. Hard.
Oh, so they'll just hit
Another
the
miss.
front.
Keep going. Okay.
So it looks like they'll get second shot, but they'll bump that Van Amsterdam rock into play, which will definitely bring a force opportunity for Van Amsterdam in. So
I'd like to give him like.
It's funny, the last two skips rocks, Mark has just
like,
been.
You can see like
it's
all of it.
Changed the duration of the end
Shot.
in the span of
Absolutely,
2
yeah.
seconds.
They were
just all of it on the out turn.
two big misses.
How's that?
Yeah, and there's Brad Thiessen. You can see him now. That's the Libbus coach there.
Yeah.
He's been working with this team all year long, so
Right
he's
up.
really has them trained well. And I know Jacob Libbus and his team, they're very appreciative for everything he's done for them this year. So cool to see an Alberta champion and former Brier winner at our event coaching one of our teams. Evan Van Amsterdam with his last run in the second end of the B-QUALIFIER.
Hard!
They're
Really
gonna
gotta
go hard
go.
on this too to keep it around.
To it. Hard. No roll. Great.
Good.
You know, that was probably the best way you could make that shot. That was just an excellent shot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It maybe was a little bit sketchy there on the line call from Sterling Middleton. I know he was pretty worried, it seemed like, in that call, but it rolled in a significantly great spot for their team.
Probably just
That held okay though.
It forces Libbus to make a double or try
Yeah,
and beat
that
the
was
draw, but the
control,
draw's hard now, so you almost have to play the double.
This is actually kind of a tricky double.
Yep. That way you're guaranteed that
Some would say jammable.
Yeah.
Some would say thinnable, trying to make
Sterling Middleton, you can hear his comments in the back there, and he thinks this is a pretty hard double, and
They're worried about the jam on the back yellow.
I think that's the case, that they think that they might have a steal opportunity here, and I think either way, mission accomplished for Team Van Amsterdam as Jacob Libbus throws his final stone in the second end of play of the B-QUALIFIER.
Yup. Clean. Yup. Yeah. Clean. Yup.
Yep.
Good.
Nice shot. He'll get
Good
the
shot.
double and he'll get his one.
That was
Great
a good,
shot
good,
from Jacob Libbus.
good shot under pressure, especially after the first shot was missed. So he came through for his team. That's good to see.
Yeah, you bet. And all of you at home better have some cold 016 in your fridge. Crack one during the break and we'll be right back.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling. with Curling Alberta.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
Okay, leave it then.
Top 4.
Oh, we're
All right, everyone, and we're back after the break. Team Libbus, Team
Top
Van
8,
Amsterdam,
wait's good.
they are our featured teams
Curl.
in this B qualifying game, and it's a
Curl,
1-1
curl,
tie,
curl,
even
curl,
all
curl, curl.
in this game so far, Mark.
Thanks. Force. Kick. Comes off when it's... once it's
Yeah,
curling, it really
the
comes off.
game is tied, but I mean, in both ends, Amsterdam a steal and then a force, so he must be feeling pretty good about his game right now.
Yeah, definitely. I think Van Amsterdam is pretty happy on how they're playing, and they're just keeping the train rolling a little bit, so, or the VW bus rolling in their terms there. They've got a pretty epic logo if you don't know, so head to their team page to find out what it looks like.
Where? Wait's good. Wait only.
So Justice, maybe you could explain to our viewers about the no tick, the five rock no tick rule that's in play this year, and just I mean the amount of play in the rings now is just crazy. It's every end has something going on.
Yeah, so as our viewers can see at home, there's 5 rocks in the house right now, and the rock on that center line, it's only eligible to be moved now, whether it's a tick or a hit. You cannot tick that rock off the center line because a lot of the men's and women's teams, they've started to tick that rock as a strategy call to get it off the center line to get earlier access to the rocks behind the house. The World Curling Federation coming in and saying, nope, that's not allowed. It's the no-tick rule now. So 5 rocks. You can't tick any rocks that are guards, the first 5 in the end, and they have to be on the center line for that no-tick rule to apply. So that red rock would have definitely been a no-tick rule, but excellent shot there from Team Van Amsterdam. They get the job done with a nice little hit there, and bye-bye Reds. So... Mark, thoughts on that?
Whoa.
Well, there's certainly Van Amsterdam seems to be the more aggressive team. There's been a lot of pressure on Libbus. Oh, there's a good double, so cleans things up a bit for them. But there's still the trouble rock on the top of the house, and there's that shot in the rock in the 4-foot is wide open for a hit and a roll.
We got a lot of air here.
That's control.
Yeah, that's good ice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice shot from Jacob Libbus, gets their team, and they get their team a double right back. So Sterling Middleton looking to just make this little hit and roll back to the center line.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Curl.
Here comes Parker Conshu, the leader for Team Van Amsterdam, and they'll just nose that rock, but it's a hard double there, Mark.
Oh, definitely. It's pretty steep.
9-5.
The roll opportunity is in place. Now I've noticed that Libbus is actually giving even more ice than the last rock. Is that because their third throws a rock that's prone to more curl, or will it be just a quieter weight?
Yeah, so the one thing that Team Libbus, you'll see their slide here,
Board
it's
down!
such a very
Down!
pure release where
Board down!
they're not having much of a
Curl!
extension or
Straight!
add,
Whoa, straight!
I guess, to the rock.
Whoa,
We call it
down!
an add as an athlete. A lot of our teams, they'll use ads as kind of a way to get the rock out to the broom, but Team Libbus, they are bang on that broom, and they have that nice, solid, clean release, and as a result, their rocks curl more.
Yeah, I guess
because
if we
they
roll
don't have
under, they
that
just double.
bigger push.
And they seem to have a lot of turn. The rock has a lot of rotations down the ice.
Yeah.
Is that something that it would just be adjustment from sheet of ice to sheet of ice?
Yeah, exactly. They throw with a lot of rotation, so Team Libbus is expecting it to curl a little bit more on their rocks, but the big thing is how you know your team throws. If Jacob Libbus is confident that he can call with that, then absolutely use it to your advantage, right? And I think it allows Team Libbus to get into spots that you wouldn't think that maybe you could access with this arena ice, but with how these rocks are, with how they are a Curling Canada set, like we said. These are Curling Canada rocks that are well maintained and some of the best rocks on the planet, to the ice conditions that are just pristine, provided by Darren Moulding and his team of ice makers, Kevin Beauchamp, and every ice maker that's helped out. This definitely could lead to a little bit more curl there, Mark. So Libbus just looking to hit and roll this rock back over to the middle so that they can put a force on.
Whoa, easy. Curl. Whoa, straight. Go, whoa.
So gets the roll the other way, Mark.
Yeah.
10.
It's kind of a different thing, and you know, if you're Nathan Mulder, you're like, it's okay, that's not bad, and it's
Even go 9 also.
it's open there, but
I like that.
Whatever you like.
it almost
I like 9.
For a hit and roll and a split of the house with Van Amsterdam, so should be interesting.
Yeah, you bet. Jason Ginter the third for Van Amsterdam.
Curl hard. Straight.
We're looking to move that one over. Oh, and they'll try and roll it. Made the opposite way. I thought they were trying to roll their shooter a little bit, and you know what? Hey, if you can roll the one in the house, then why not?
Yeah, it's a little more.
Good. You want me to take this, or are we so good? I don't mind being on the board side.
Oh, that was weird.
Okay,
2 fist bumps in the left hand.
And a couple shout outs from the chat here. We've got someone tuning in, Teresa. She's been watching our games for a little while. She watched last draw, and I'm not sure if you watched the first one, Teresa, but welcome back. And she's from Montana, so the United States of America there. Hamilton, Ontario, Megan Edwards, it's great to have you back. You watched the first 2 with us, so great to have you in the chat once again. Brandon from Edmonton, Alberta. Keith Molberg from St. Albert. I'm assuming you're related to Nathan, who's calling line right now for Team Libbus, but welcome to the stream, and pleasure having you on here. And Leroy Guba from Orange Beach, Alabama. Pretty cool.
There you go, Alabama. It's not really the prime curling country, but I've also just heard from Andrew Lejic from Sherwood Park, Alberta. My good friend Andrew. Welcome, Andrew.
There you go.
What'd you get?
Great to hear everyone, and welcome to the chat. If you're just tuning in now, if you want a shout out or you're looking for a shout out, just leave a little comment in our Curling Zone YouTube comment section there, and I'm more than happy to read it off for you. So. And speaking of Curling Zone, we just wanted to thank Jerry and his whole team of amazing producers and production team that have just outdone themselves once again for another amazing championship. If you're looking to go big or go home with your event, I always say Jerry always goes big, and it's so awesome to see how great of a job he does with his team. With Curling Zone, and they've just made this event so accessible for everyone. And, well done to him and his team. So check out Curling Stadium's website, and
good shot.
Excellent shot from Team Libbus there.
Very good.
Pretty good. Good shot. Yeah, good brush.
It's deuce or blank?
It's good, yeah.
Yeah, we just threw it.
Yeah, with Curling Zone, you know, it's amazing the production we get with basically 9 cameras in the arena, so it's
hair high nose.
Shout out to them for sure.
Should be good with PL, I think, but
yeah, no hair high.
We have
So it
3
looks-
producers on the stream just helping us out. Kaylee's on the camera there, and Rory's on the production suite, and we've also got Jerry helping us out as well, who's here with us. So thanks to them, and they've just done a great job. But there they are.
Yeah,
They're showing everyone.
Millimeter high. Is that good
Even
to you?
a sliver high is good. You'll probably see a little bit of
So-
curl.
Yeah, that's why I think it's close.
Jacob with the run back
think
double,
it's good?
so
Yeah.
just a little off center, he figures, and with peel weight, should get them both.
Last stone for Jacob Libbus here in the 3rd end of play for the B-qualifier of the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup.
Whoa! Yep! Yes! You gotta go. Hard! Hard! Hard!
Oh, and he doesn't get the back rock.
Tough break for Team Libbus, but Team Van Amsterdam looking to put the first deuce on the board. This is a big deuce early on in this game.
Probably could have made it either way. Good throw.
And Lisa, I just saw your comment. Yes, we have spent most of the day together. I've commentated all the games today, and yes, I am back tomorrow for the 1-2 page playoff. I'll be commentating with my mixed doubles partner, actually, Kate Ector. So this time from Calgary, we have a little bit of a training weekend as we get ready for our national championship in Prince Edward Island for the under-21 mixed doubles championships. But yeah, we thought we'd commentate a game before we get on the ice. So I will be back. It's gonna be fun.
Just stop it.
Okay.
You can hit it for line. Wait's good.
Take a look.
We're okay.
T now.
We're all there.
Okay.
We're big? No, we're okay.
It's like top
Wait's
four.
good.
Curling locks.
Yeah, we're
It's like T.
Yeah. You're good.
Nathan could get this out.
maybe. Not quite.
Great shot from Team Van Amsterdam.
Yeah. Draw to the forefoot for 2.
2-0.
You bet.
That was a good
I
end.
like it. Mark likes it. It's
Good end.
all smiles from up in the booth here in Stettler and Leduc from me. So get your 50-50 online. If I haven't talked about it already, I surely will soon, and we'll be back after the break.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
It's almost tight.
All right, folks, we're back after the break, and it's fourth end, approaching the midway mark in our evening night draw, the B qualifier. Team Van Amsterdam putting a big 2 on the board in the third end after some beauties made by their team. And Jacob Libbus with hammer now in the fourth end. So even though that they gave up the 2 last end, they have the hammer in this fourth end and are looking hard. Lots of curling left in this game, and Mark. It's been a good one so far.
It has been lots of good curling, a few misses, but there's been some cleanup as well. I'm on a quick update on the other sheets. Davies over Jakes on sheet D is up 4-1.
I got 15.
Tao and Maverick have a close one. It's only 1-0.
I kind of like that more.
And
similar to my
over
drawing.
on sheet A, looks like 3-0 for Jamie King over Team Adams.
Ooh.
You know, Team Adams had such a tight game last night with Kevin Cooey, and it's almost like they've some of the steam has come out of their sails. So let's hope they pick it up and continue that good curling that we saw earlier in the draws.
Hard, Jay.
Yeah, you don't see too often that the A team drops down so quickly after an A team drops down after being in the final. But Cole Adams in the C now fighting on sudden death row with 6 other teams. And he faces Jamie King tonight, and Jamie King up that 3-0 like Mark said. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Medium? Clean! Yep!
This is Zach Pollock. He's their second for Team Libbus.
Whoa!
Oh, and he'll nick the guard and get his own red.
Okay.
So not the most ideal position for Libbus, but it does clear up the center line for them, and that is aligning with their goal of getting 2, right? You don't want a cluttered key, and I think for Van Amsterdam, that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to clutter it and make sure that they have an opportunity to at least force, but maybe steal with this next end.
I don't mind this. I just give you an extra 6 feet. Like this is crossing
So
center,
Van
right?
Amsterdam looks to be putting some more pressure on to come around that other corner guard and possibly looking for a force here.
Yeah, you bet. And I think one of the keys to this game has been
I liked it actually.
I think one of the things that Van Amsterdam has done really well this tournament, and one of their keys to the game, as I was saying, is their ability to force and properly manage the scoreboard. They've done an excellent job of that this week. They did a great job yesterday in their A semi-final, even though they ended up on the wrong side of it, but as well as the B semi today. So excellent job for them.
Do you like it the other way? Yeah, it's just no.
And a couple more shout outs from the chat here. We've got Nicole watching from Prince George, British Columbia. Amazing to see you once again. Victoria, BC for Linda. Karen from Brampton, Ontario, cheering for Team Van Amsterdam. Daniela, proud sister, and cheering from Ottawa, Ontario. And Paul from Canada's most Scottish town, Fergus, Ontario.
Oh, there you go. Coast to coast, we've got it covered.
We have it covered here. Thanks for joining us today, folks. We've got just under 900 viewers, on our Curling Zone stream, with probably well over 1,000 with all the other platforms we're on. But if you're looking to catch our game, catch it on the Curling Zone stream, the Curling Alberta YouTube, the X, Facebook, and Twitch streams as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Jason Ginter now throwing his first stone of the end.
Close light.
Felt a little picky.
I don't think it's actually.
Mine's good. A little tight.
Yep. Side line. We're light. Side line. Side line. Gotta go. Go. Sarge, you got it. Okay, spin down, Parker, hard. I got it. Whoa. Okay.
And a little bit of an update on our 50-50 there. We've got an amazing jackpot growing so far. I didn't realize it was this much, but I had a little tip passed my way. And if you don't know, you can get in on the action right from home. So stop what you're doing, grab your nearest device, and purchase a 50-50 ticket if you're a resident of Alberta and over the age of 18. This 50-50 supports the Erskine Curling Club and their venture as the host committee this year, but also it supports clubs throughout the year if you happen to have a chance to buy at another 50-50 from another provincial championship. The jackpot right now is $5,450. So the winner takes $2,725 home. Sales end in 2 hours, 35 minutes, and 8 seconds. So go onto the Curling Alberta website, smash the 50-50 button at the top right-hand corner, and buy some 50-50 tickets.
I bought mine bright and early, so I think I got one of the first ones out of the machine. So hopefully it's a good thing. And like I said, Justice, if I win, I'll be sending one of those a can or two of the original 16 down your way.
That's how I like it. I love to hear it. So thanks a bunch, Mark. I'll hold you to it. You know I will. And if you just saw on the screen as well, Libbus, they just made that amazing run back. Good job for them. And they just bury it under the guard a little bit. But you might have also seen that ice lounge just in the back there of that house there. And that has all of the people that are in the ice lounge. And you can get an 016, a Sandbaker, or any of Curling Alberta's official liquor sponsors. They support our organization so well, and they also support a bunch of curling initiatives in our communities. So props to Original 16, Sandbaker, all of the Ice Lounge team, and the volunteers this event, and stop by and grab a nice cold beverage.
When I look down at the Ice Lounge, I see a lot of local businesses that have supported us. You know, even some of the farmers have stepped up to buy tables, so it's a great opportunity to really get close to the action and you know, see the amazing athletes these young curlers are. They're really it's something to see up close. A team trying to drag a draw into the button or to hold a takeout, so you really get a feel for it when you're down at ice level.
Yeah, you bet. And Ice Lounge, there's just nothing like it. Nathan Mulberg here now with his last shot of the end. Team Libbus, they have the hammer in the fourth end, trailing by 2.
Yep.
Just trying to hit and roll and sit in the middle there of that. That middle chunk of rocks, and they do just that. Maybe undercurls a bit, but
It's either run it or pick it.
I think it makes the run a little easier, Mark, for Team Van Amsterdam.
That's what I'm saying. And like even if you catch this yellow, it goes big.
Just that it's offset with that back yellow catcher, so
lose everything.
How much you guys have?
even
half. This probably looks nicer.
It's like a small half.
He's freezing if we don't, right?
It's probably this
we could pick it.
They might even could do something like this.
Just pick it.
That's what they're looking at.
Like that?
That's pretty good. Just pick it.
Yeah,
sure. It's way better.
Yeah.
You can kind of hear the conversation now for Team Van
That's good.
Amsterdam, and you can hear that they're looking
Call
at
it no's great.
at the run.
Yeah.
I don't think they really care about sticking their shooter here, Mark.
So they were talking that just a clean pick of it would be the way. So probably the shooter and the rock being run back would also could be lost depending on the weight.
Yeah, just looking to make some rocks go away, clear up the front of the house to limit some damage for Team Van Amsterdam and prevent a potential 2 on Evan Van Amsterdam's first rock here.
Get firm! Clean! Close! Yep! Hard!
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 Hard, really go.
Yes!
Really go.
Hard right to it! Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, nice shot, guys.
That worked out well. That back
Yeah,
yellow
pretty good
rock
shot.
was
Good shot.
back yellow rock wasn't doing them a lot of good there. Although
Yeah, it's a little dangerous here.
there's still the back red biting the 12-foot, which
Trying
might
to
come
roll
back
real far.
into play later in this end.
I think he probably hits it.
Yeah, for a lot of our viewers at home that are looking right now, where that yellow, that shot rock rolled, it's really hard for Team Libbus to roll under the corner guard because of that red stone in the back of the house. So they're looking at maybe just drawing or kind of a medium weight hit and roll over to the other corner guard on the far side, making it a little bit harder to call, but less of a potential of a jam there.
There's a view of the Alberta curling booth. In the back with the red shirt is Sheldon Hay from Boston Pizza, our host from Boston Pizza. And Boston Pizza is a huge supporter of curling in Alberta, and from what I've heard, Sheldon is the main reason for that. Some of the Alberta team, I see Michael is there, and in the light blue coat is Jill. So looks like they're hosting a few folks.
Whoa!
Yep. My bosses, they seem to be having some fun out there, so I'm glad they're having a good time, and a great event as always they run. So I'm happy to be on the team, and I'm happy that they're having a good time. Jill Richards, our executive director, and Michael Latteroot, our championships coordinator.
Nice throw, Jake.
I'm so used to calling him boss. I have to call him so many times a day for championship stuff. It's funny, Mark.
So the a little bit more of a roll than they'd hoped for, and it looks like that rock is accessible from the outside wings. So we'll see. Given the ice, it'll be a soft weight hit and possibly a roll under cover, so that there's not another opportunity here.
Yeah, and you know, the one thing I'm looking at is, the other thing that you could look at is if you're Team Van Amsterdam, you could potentially just, if your skip's feeling it, and this is all if your skip feels it or not, is try and maybe draw far wide, like closer to the same ice you have, but just try the draw and maybe not the hit. That could be a good way to neutralize this end too, undercover.
Clean! Clean!
And
Close!
Libbus would have to play quite a significant run, but the hit and roll, that's going to be the call.
Clean! Close! Yep!
Conchu on the rock right now, sweeping it.
Hard straight.
Gotta go to hold the line.
Full roll. Great.
Nice shot,
guys.
Good shot. Great shot.
Great shot from Team Van Amsterdam.
That was all about the weight there.
Nope. I don't. It's overburied, and Evans didn't move much past the guard.
You might with back lines. Like if I throw back line, I just got to get it to here.
I have no doubt we can make
worth it.
Just
down one's okay.
the run easier.
Great,
Do you like this,
I think
or do you
they're
like
looking at maybe the little bump.
The risk is going down 3. Oh, no,
like it's like here back line.
I almost wonder if
Let's hear Team Libbus talk about this one. Yeah.
I think the chase is easier, but like that or the just draw for one.
You're not?
Kind of like the draw for one, guys.
Okay,
It's a little overburied.
We're 50.
What do you like,
we're
Zach?
half and half.
I think I like the draw, but
Okay, whatever you feel.
should be.
I think I can make this. Back line.
Yeah, take your time in the hack here.
Yeah.
Want to give me here, Jake?
You're always
Jake?
curling when you're by.
Right here.
Yeah.
So he thinks with the backline weight, he could tap that yellow to the back 12 and get his deuce. So a real risk reward shot here for Team Libbus.
Yeah, definitely a high risk, high reward shot here.
Yeah.
The big thing is, like I said, Team Libbus throws these rocks pure. They have probably one of the most pure releases out of the whole field. The ones I've watched anyway, commentating. and you could definitely see a shot that could maybe curl more than you'd think, right? This could be one of those shots where you don't think it could maybe get as far over as it can, but the way that Team Libbus throws these rocks, they could.
Yep.
Last rock, fourth end for Team Libbus.
Whoa, whoa, curl. Hard.
Really trying to get it over now.
Hard.
Oh, and can they get it?
No, it didn't curl enough.
Oh.
One yellow.
Didn't curl enough.
Just held it out a little bit too much, but that is A-okay. So Van Amsterdam will steal one there. They'll go up 4-1 going into the fifth, and we'll be right back after the break.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Need extra space? We rock at Storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
Big games. What's that?
And we're back, everyone, after the fourth end break here. We have Team Van Amsterdam versus Team Libbus. We're in the fifth end now. The halfway mark is finally hit for our game, and we have about just under 1,000 people watching our stream on Curling Zone, and I'm sure hundreds more on other platforms, including X, Facebook, Curling Alberta, and Twitch. So welcome to all of those viewers. For those of you just joining us, it's a 4-1 lead for Team Van Amsterdam in the B-QUALIFIER.
A little tighter.
They will
Line's tight.
they will look to kind of keep their lead 3 up here.
T.
Libbus with
Line's
the hammer
good.
in the fifth, sorry, after a steal of 1 for Van Am.
Probably
So
Mark,
just
what do you think about this?
Well, I was going to ask you that last call by Team Libbus with a risky thing. You know, was the risk worth the benefit, or should have they taken their 1? I mean, there's lots of curling, but now they're down by 3, so it's it makes a big difference in the game.
Yeah, you know, I think the risk, it's something that I think you look at it a different way depending on how the shot's made, right? And for Team Libbus, I thought the way they throw the rocks with a little bit more pure release and more curl in their rocks than I think most other teams in the field, it's not a bad call, right? I think that's a safe call for them because they probably have a better shot at making that than other teams, but I also think that we're looking back at it now, you're like, oh, you're down 3, you know, you maybe wished you could have that one back, but it's a game of inches, that's what we say. So
play this the way that keeps the shooter.
Now for Team Libbus, they're just looking to kind of clear up the front here.
Yo.
Van Am, they've got the pressure on them once again, and they just got to make sure some of these rocks go away and make sure that they're not getting themselves into trouble.
Yep. Other way. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sit, sit, sit.
Not the outcome that Team Libbus wanted, but nonetheless, they get one of the yellows.
Girls, just straight peel that one.
Could you try to run it into the red?
It's pretty thick. Well, it's
roll the center.
Do you like the idea of the peel here, Mark?
peel,
It's
that's
not
fine.
a bad call.
I think peel.
I'm not sure if
Peel might be better.
I
would
would
like to
call
say
it with the
peeling.
yellows in the house, but
So they're going to peel the corner guard, is what
Maybe
they've
just a center
decided,
more.
and
I think this will curl a bit.
maybe playing the scoreboard a little bit, and you know, cleaning things up so there's not the opportunity for a big end if something goes wrong here.
yeah, I noticed a lot when teams get up by 3 or more, they really kind of turn on the defense mode and try and limit the amount of rocks in the house. So for Team Libbus, it's just getting even a point back, right? That puts you within the reach, and it makes Van Am really kind of look at the game.
Right,
Again.
going into the break down by 3 or 4 is you know, is it's a hard comeback, and I think mentally it's tough to get your head around that, where if they score 1 or 2 here, they're right back in the game.
Straight. Clean. Yep.
Yeah, like I said, it's just that one point you need to get back in the game and back with the kind of a little bit of a weight off your shoulders, right? You just gotta get off the schneid, as my dad always says. He always says you gotta get off the schneid, and
I threw 9 on that SWAT.
exactly
in 3.
the philosophy
9.
today.
Well, you're probably too young to be a father, but I'm a father, and it sounds like your dad's a wise man.
Yep. Yes.
Oh, he has his sayings. He likes his sayings, that's for sure.
Hard.
That and that's how the economy works. He says that one quite a bit to me when life is a fun one. But a little bit of a rollout there from Team Van Amsterdam.
A little bit of a miss hit, yeah.
Yeah.
And right away, Libbus is coming around that front guard.
That's twice now. The 5's just kind of. Which one of yours do you like better, Parker?
Not the 5, the 3.
So Team Van Amsterdam, you might have just heard them. Jason Ginter is not really a big fan of that 5 rock he has. And sometimes, even though it might not be the rock, I'm not saying that it isn't the rock. It very well could be kind of a thrower's mentality to just switch that rock out. So Parker Conchu, you might see one of his stones, 1 and 2 rocks to really kind of switch out that rock. So number 5 could be moved to the lead position. And, 1 or 2 moved up to the 3rd position where Jason throws his rock. So something a team can do if they feel like that it's impacting their game to really kind of change things up, you know.
There's a mistake there coming up light on that draw too as well. So
this is at 14.
the window to sink one in there is open for Van Amsterdam, and the pressure will be back on.
High 14s, you mean like 14-7?
Yeah. I think
So with the rocks, do they prefer 2 rocks that are perfectly matched, or are they okay as long as they know that one's maybe a cutter and the other one runs a little straighter, and depending on the shot they can choose that? What would a curler prefer?
Mine's good.
I think for me, especially someone who plays a little bit more mixed doubles, I think
Mine's good.
and I have 3 rocks that I throw, so
Tons of room.
I think I'm used to throwing a set, so I always like to throw 2, 3, 4, and usually you can get a pair with 4
Distance, boys.
3 or 4,
Make sure.
1
Hard.
or 2, but in the event
Go,
that that's not working for
Distance,
you,
go,
or
go,
it's
go,
just
go, go.
something in your head that says, this rock's really, it's messing
boys.
with me, then it could be beneficial to just swap it out, right? You can't really do that in mixed doubles, but you definitely can do it here with your teammates, right, in the 4-person game. So speaking of mixed doubles, Mark, I hear there's a big event coming to Stettler tomorrow.
There is a big event between draw 10 and 11, I believe. We have the current
Easy,
Canadian champions and Canada's Olympic representatives,
Whoa.
Jocelyn Peterman and Brent Gallant. And they're coming out to play
hard.
Laura Walker and multiple Briar and world champion Jeff Walker in a mixed exhibition match. So if you haven't seen mixed curling, not sure if it'll be broadcast, but if you're in the Stettler area and you want to see possibly a future Olympic champions get down to the arena tomorrow and have a look.
Strong.
Yeah, these are some amazing athletes. So
you gotta kick that.
definitely a must-watch opportunity.
I've been kind of giving you some draws.
And here we have some updates on the score again. Mark, I believe on sheet A, Team Adams is now on the board.
A draw for 2. That was like a 13-9.
Actually,
Johnson,
I think that way it's,
oh yeah, go ahead.
It's 5-1.
Oh, so Team King, they put 2 more on the board.
That's right.
Oh, that's a big score there now. So a little bit more of a gap than the one we've got here. Johnson Tao and Dalen Vavrick, I'm not sure. Can you read the scores? Mark, you're the one in Stettler. I should be leaving this to you. This is your department. I think I'll leave it to you.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, you bet.
Early.
Johnson Tao is up 2-1, and they're at the 5th end break. And then on sheet D, Team Davies out of the Saville Center is up on Team Jakes 5-1. So the outside sheets are both 5-1, and Tao is a close game, 2-1. Not a lot of scoring in that game.
Were you saying you needed early line? Yeah.
Yeah, some close games all around.
Okay. So for you online, during the 5th end break, Justice, we're going to put the head ice tech, Darren Moulding, on the headset, and past Briar champion. I think one year he even won the C event at the Erskine Bonspiel, so that's a feather in your cap.
Oh, there you go.
Big. You know, he made one of the most amazing quad takeouts in Erskine curling history.
Holy,
we all remember it.
Well, that's good.
Line's close.
It wasn't. It was just a few years ago. He curled the Briar one weekend, and he was in the Erskine Spiel the next.
Line's
so
good.
Darren's going to come on,
Line's
and
good.
Justice, he said anything
good.
goes. So get your questions queued up and
head down. Yep.
see what he has to say.
Hard.
Yeah, you
hard.
Ooh,
Fight
interesting. I'm gonna have a list of questions. Chat, if you want to ask Darren a question, please feel free to have it on the chat there. I can definitely forward some of the questions to Darren, right? And stick around for that little Q&A with Darren Moulding, Briar champion, head ice tech, coach, a man of many things in curling Alberta. So we appreciate him.
You threw this in it's pretty similar.
And you forgot Erskine C event champion.
Oh yeah, and Erskine.
Make sure you ask him what he. Make sure you ask him what he won in that Bonspiel.
Yeah.
I will. I'm gonna mark that down.
Yeah.
Maybe a jacket and a cordless drill or something.
Hey, those come in handy. So that's a good pickup for Darren.
Especially. Maybe he won a few routers. He had a few routers out here the other night. I wonder if one of them was won at the Erskine Bonspiel.
Oh, there you go. That's the way to do it.
Line's real good.
So Van Amsterdam's looking to put more pressure on with this
well done.
Draw to the forefoot.
Whoa, Roo. Close. Clean. Yep, straight.
Back button. Really coming off now.
Hard.
Hard weight.
Go. Hard, guys. Stay on it.
Nope. They left it too long.
Keep going.
Yeah, just rubbed off for Van
Correct.
Amsterdam, but Team Libbus, now here's your opportunity, right? If you're Team Libbus.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think going wide, we did the same thing.
And last stone of the
we know we can hold it, right? Like
the
we
end, I believe.
Your other one to here. I can take it.
So we'll see what they.
Well, he's taking a lot of ice. He needs to be just.
I think it'll be a good path.
Just biting the forefoot would be ideal.
Like if you're fresh, you might as well go. Sure.
some concern about the fresh ice out there,
Sure,
but
4
we'll,
feet
we'll
more.
see where they can manage this. They're talking
Try and throw
4
this a
feet.
little
They
straighter.
figure 4 feet more
Sure,
for this
I'll try
draw.
and throw this a little straighter. Sure, I like that. Yeah, we need to bite the 4 foot. Yeah, I think 4 feet more will do it.
So this is the last stone of the 5th end in the B qualifier game for Jacob Libbus.
Line's good.
As he
Big
will
light.
look
You
to
can go.
put a
Straight.
big 2 on the board.
You can go. Straight. Line's good. Little light. Gotta go. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Bit of room on the tee line. Not a ton of space. Curl. You're okay. Just on the tee. You're okay. Curl. Your line's fine. Your line's fine. I shot it. Nice sweep, Mike.
Nice shot for the deuce, and he'll go into the 5th end feeling good about himself.
Yeah, you bet. Jacob Libbus with an amazing shot there to put a big 2 on the board and get right back into this game. So it'll be a 4-3 lead for Van Amsterdam as they take the hammer back. It's the 5th end break, everyone. Go grab an 016 and a sandbagger. You know the drill, and we'll be right back for a Q&A session with Darren Moulding, the head ice maker of our event.
Force deuce force. Jaquez just flashed a double, go steal 2. Getting bodied by Davies.
So we're still on here. I'm going to pass the headset over to Darren, and Justice, if you're still there, you can
you bet
queue up some questions.
I will have some questions. I'm gonna use what the chat's giving me. Chat, if you've got some questions, feel free to send them my way. I'm more than happy to pass them along. And Darren.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardlines Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Sorry, sweetie, but we do have car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct, so it's all good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they made it easy with an online quote.
Interesting.
Plus, we're saving a bunch.
Like $4?
We're talking hundreds.
So enough for a new toy house?
Sweetie.
I want the one with the hot tub.
Saving on car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct is simpler than playtime.
Hey everyone, it's the 5th end break. My name's Justice Jakes, and it's a 4-3 game here in the B qualifier. I'm one of your commentators, joined by Mark Higgins, but I'll also be joined at the 6th end point by Darren Moulding, Briar champion, Seaside Erskine champion for the Erskine men's spiel. as well as our head ice technician for this event. So amazing to have him on. So if you guys have some questions that you'd like me to ask, just say it in the chat, and I'm more than happy to forward them his way. But we'll be right back after these commercials once again.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
Good evening, everyone, or should I say chilly evening, with it being minus 15 in Stettler. Man, am I jealous of some of our viewers at home. Man, Australia, St. Martin's, Kona, Hawaii. I've had so many people from warm places watching curling, but holy jealous. But right now, I'm not jealous of watching curling. It's a great draw 8 here at the 2025 Boston Pizza Cup, presented by Curling Alberta and Best Western. I'm proudly hosted by the Erskine Curling Club. My name is Justice Jakes, and I'm joined by Mark Higgins in Stettler, Alberta, the heart of Alberta, to commentate this game with you. But for this end, I've actually got Darren Moulding on the mic here in Stettler. Darren, hello, welcome. Happy to have you on our little stream here.
Oh, it's nice to be here. We got some good action in here tonight.
6-1.
You bet. It's awesome to have you, and you've just done such an outstanding job with the ice conditions. These athletes are just in the thick of it, I say, and they're really showcasing everything we have. So there's Darren on the screen for everyone, showcasing everyone watching. Darren, if you want to give a little wave there, that's awesome to see. And yeah, Darren, we've got some questions for you.
Sure.
You're obviously the head ice tech for this event. There's a lot of prep that goes into this. When did you get here? When did you start this whole amazing process?
I was here last Thursday. I don't know what date that was, but last Thursday around 4 p.m. So I think we're on day 8 or 9 now.
Holy.
Yeah. So actually, I find the event a little bit easier than the install for sure.
That's for sure. Well, that's the big part, is installing, turning this major hockey arena into a full-fledged curling stadium, right? And yeah, just done a fantastic job with it. I was overhearing some of our athletes, and they said that the speed is running at about 15.5, 16, and it's that great arena ice or speed there. And I know there's lots to be proud of, but what do you think is the one thing that I saw in your guys' email there last night to the teams? You guys had a little bit of temperature, having the temperature on sheet A being a little different sheet D. What are the little nuances you work on as an ice maker?
I mean, you know, when I first came into this building, I noticed that it was, you know, when we put our probes down to check out the building, it was 6 degrees warmer on the D side than the A side. We've got that down to about a half a degree, maybe 1 degree, with a few of the things we did to mitigate the difference. So yeah, it's just a matter of learning your building and figuring out what you need to do to make it, you know, the best playable you can.
Yeah, it's been fantastic, and yeah, it's just so cool to see all the little nuances your ice making team and yourself they do that really elevate this competition for all of the athletes. And I mean, it's different, I'm sure, for you. You're not only an ice maker, but you've played in this competition. You've not only played it, but you won it. How do you feel watching Team Van Amsterdam, especially? I know you've coached them a lot this season, so
yeah,
I'm sure it's kind of cool watching them here in the B-QUALIFIER.
Well, it is. It's actually really neat being on, you know, on the other side of it, making the ice and watching all the great curling that's going on, and you know, seeing just all the young competitive curlers out here. When you look around, like, there's so many younger athletes, and you know, there's not a whole lot of us old guys around anymore, but there's a few of them kind of hanging around. But it just bodes really well for the future of curling, men's curling in Alberta.
Yeah, well said, and I couldn't agree more with you. There's so much young talent here in Stettler, and there's so much talent coming up. It's funny, I was telling Mark on our first draw that Team Davies and Team Keys, Team Davies still very much in the running. They're actually our number 1 and 2 seeds at the U20 level in our Alberta Championship. That's going to be coming up. They're so far the 1 and 2 seed. That could change with their placing at the XL Cup coming up, but it's very encouraging to see so many junior teams this year really come up and showcase their skill. I'm going to pass it over to the comments. I'm going to read some of their questions that they have for you. One of them was from Teresa. She's tuning in from Montana, so a little bit of a far-a-ways trip for her, but she's online nonetheless. During the U.S. Championship, it was said that the building itself has a significant slant. How do ice makers deal with that?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you can get a couple floods down, that would be the ideal way to deal with it. But if not, then you might find yourself pebbling, trying to, you know, build up one side of the sheet or maybe carve down the other side of the sheet. I've had to do that a few times in my ice making career. It's a hard thing to do to kind of get that build exactly right, but you know, with enough effort and enough attention, it is possible.
Yeah, it's definitely a skill, I know, like, and that would be such a big I guess adjustment you'd have to make with the slant in the ice. But great question from Teresa. And then here's kind of a fun question. Tom Van Amsterdam, he's in the comments. He says, ask Darren who's the greatest curling dad he has ever met. It better be Mr. VA.
Oh, it's got to be, well, other than my dad, it's got to be Mr. VA. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you know, I've actually seen him around the rinks quite a bit from the years I was playing, and you know, he's always there to support Evan, and this year being able to be a part of the team, and you know, I really enjoyed playing a couple events with them, and they've got great families and a great support group and lots of people cheering for them.
Yeah, you bet. And last question from our chat here. Question for Darren from Megan Edwards. She's been watching every single game today. So elitist curling memory for you. Nice and simple.
Best curling memory? Probably winning the Erskine C event and making that quad, that world famous quad on sheet 3 in Erskine. But if I had to go for my second best memory, it would be my first my first Alberta championship in men's when we won it in the extra end, and I probably threw my broom into the rafters. I'm not sure if I ever got that broom back.
That would be a good question. We'll have to follow up. We'll have to ask Michael if he knows where that went. So I'll follow up with him on that. But last one from me, just a little bit from our sponsor. Favorite BP order? What do you think about that?
I mean, I actually had a team rule because I used to go to BP's and order double hot wings before a curling game, and that's my favorite, double order of double baked wings. But the problem is, if you do that before a game and things don't go quite right, you might end up spending most of the game inside. That's what happened to me one time, and it spawned a team rule: no double order of hot wings before a curling game. I was still allowed to have a single order. I was able to negotiate that, but the double orders were off the table in between games.
That's too funny. The double order is just not allowed. But Darren, thank you so much for joining us during the sixth end here. It's been a pleasure, and thank you again for everything.
Oh man, I better get back out there because we've really lost control of the ice temperatures out here. So.
Oh really? Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's
all
too
right,
funny.
Thanks for having me, guys. Yeah.
Line's real good.
Awesome, Darren Molding there. I'm not sure if he'll wave again, but for all of our viewers tuning in, that was the man, the myth, the legend behind our amazing ice conditions, a Brier Championship for Alberta, and as Mark said, a C-side Erskine Bonspiel winner. So sorry if I didn't get to your question there. I know it's been a great opportunity for us to have such a caliber of person and curling legend on the stream. So catch him sometimes commentating. I don't know if you watch the women's, but I heard he made it on the F ticker this year. So that was a highlight for, I'm sure, him and Felix Asselin. So the Quebec representative this year at the Brier. So he runs a little ticker on Twitter if you don't know. So but we're back, Mark. I'm sure you're back now, and we're excited to have you back there. Thanks for sharing your headset with Darren there and allowing me to ask a few questions. But interesting end so far.
Oh, nice pick there. Nice sweep with. The double chicken wing story. I could have gone without that one, but other than that, some interesting stuff.
That's funny, yeah. Darren, he's always amazing to listen to, and the stories I'm sure that guy could tell you for hours on end. One of the premier curling legends in Alberta, so.
Same thing we did last end. Yep.
Yeah, the old school boys, they've got lots of tales. I once was in a bonspiel, and the very first game we shook hands, and the skip of the opposing team introduced himself as Heck Gervais' son, and 2 in the morning in the Bakerville lounge, he was still telling us good old curling stories.
That's too awesome. And for those of you guys that didn't get your questions answered, I'm going to write them down here, and I'll make sure that I get an answer to you for the 1-2 page playoff. I'll be back tomorrow night to showcase those questions, so I will write them down. Lisa, I'm looking at you on the comments, so I'll make sure that one gets asked, and Raymond the Ginge as well, so you bet. I'll make sure they get asked, and you'll have to come back tomorrow night for the 1-2 just to see what the response is, or look back on the recording.
I will take the Juan.
But that was a quieter end than what we're used to, but
that one there, 14-5.
You bet, and that is the end of N6 for you, but we'll be right back after the break, and don't go.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
I don't remember a time. when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Storming on that. I'll let you guys go.
Sure, yeah. Thanks, everyone, and welcome back to the 7th end of our B-QUALIFIER here at the Boston Pizza Cup. My name is Justice Jakes. If you're just tuning now, it's a pleasure having you, and I'm joined by Mark Higgins, my handy-dandy partner that seems to be doing this every day with me now. Hey, Mark?
I think so, although I think I'm going to retire after this. I have some other duties around here, so
That's good ice. Like, these are going sideways, right?
Well, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Vic Router has to retire eventually, so.
Yeah, I think we're next up there. We're the C team. I was telling my mom, we always say there's an A team, a B team, and well, I'm pretty sure we're the C team. So if we get the call, we're ready. We know, Mark.
There.
Well, that's good for me. Usually around a curling rink, I'm at least the D team. So I'll take the promotion.
Back four.
The promotion will be awarded. There you go.
Back T.
All right, Mark Higgins, everyone joining us as well. So.
Good.
And we've got Team Libbus now. It looks like Van Amsterdam, they had the ability to score 1 there with the hammer they had. So it's a 5-3 lead for them in the 7th end. And Team Libbus now, they have hammers. So it's funny, Mark, we talked about how Libbus said we just needed to get them on the board again. And we'd see a spark in Libbus again. And it seems like we've got exactly that.
Yeah, that seems to be the way it goes. Just an update on the other sheets. Sheet A, Jamie King is rolling along. It's 6-1 on that sheet. I'm going to leave sheet B for a second. Sheet D is, if this curler could get out of the way, 7-1 for Team Davies. So they're on a real roll. Over in sheet B, it was an extremely close game, but Team Fabric just put down 5 in the 5th end, and now they're up 6-1. So
5
yeah,
banger on sheet B.
Or 6 to 2. I mean.
Holy, that's crazy. And you know what? If you're looking to watch any of these games, lucky for you, they're all free and they're all streamed. So head on Curling Zone's YouTube page and check out those games, because man, are they intense, just like this one we're watching now. So it's seaside action on all the other games. So Cole Adams looking to try and get back in there in the back half of his games. Dalen Vavrick, the train's rolling, and Zach Davies, a junior team. Like I said, amazing to see them in this field at a junior age level, and they have a shot at going to a C qualifier tomorrow.
I think we need more ice.
They're the only junior team left. Jake's
11.
is not a junior team.
Also, more ice is fine, I think.
I don't
Give it a
believe so.
chance.
Jake's is a full-fledged men's team. I think the only other junior team in our field is Team Keast, and they've already been eliminated from play, but just an amazing feat for Ben Keast and his team, and
It's good.
Zach Davies and his
easy.
team, and
Whoa,
to qualify out of the
whoa,
Leduc
it's good.
qualifier,
Wait.
and really showcase that they deserve to be
Yep,
here.
yep, yes.
Yeah, the you know, the enthusiasm
Yes!
that Team Keith showed. They were win or lose, they were all smiles. They were one of the few teams that really worked at getting, when the school kids were in, they were paying attention to them and getting fired up. So kudos to that team from Sherwood Park. They represented themselves well. Justice, can you just explain how the junior ranks work as far as age groups? We've got U20, U18, things like that.
Yeah, you bet. So there's 4 really main age categories that are at the competitive level right now in curling. There is kind of starting to be more categories like an under 25, but it's not quite there yet in, I think, curling in Canada, but it's getting there with events like Best of the West. But furthermore, the categories are U15, under 18, under 20, and under 21 mixed doubles. Mixed doubles is the only one at under 21. Under 20 used to be under 21, but mixed doubles being the only one there now. So it's just, those are the competitive landscapes in the junior level in Alberta, and we're one of the few provinces in Alberta and one of the few member associations that have so many junior provincial championships, and it's just a great way. I'm fortunate enough to be the championship coordinator for all of them this year, including all of the ones I just mentioned. And under 15, it's happening in March 12th to 16th in Grand Prairie, and it's not far from Stettler, the under 20 championships. They'll be in Red Deer, featuring all these heavyweight teams like Davies and Keys, as well as Team Mila Plett on the women's side, Team Richards from the women's side as well, Team Duncan, Team Shannon, who are all competing at the Sentinel Storage, Scotties, or Sentinel Storage for Women's Provincial, sorry. So just amazing to see all these junior teams really showcase that they deserve to be playing with the best of the best as well, because frankly, they are the best of the best in this province, right? They're just that good.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, that rings true to what Darren was saying, that you know, how the future of curling looks bright in Alberta, because it's really caught on with the youngsters. They see it as a, you know, it's not an old man's sport where you're drinking and smoking on the ice now. There's a lot of athleticism, and you know, it's just great to see.
Girl.
Yeah, it's incredible to see, and this is my last year in juniors as an athlete too. I'm 21, so it's my last year of eligibility, and thankfully, me and my partner Kate, who's going to be commentating tomorrow with me at the 1-2 page playoff, we booked our ticket to nationals in the Brandon qualifier for the mixed doubles qualifier there. So we get to go to PI in a couple of months, or in a month, I guess. So. We're training this weekend, so that's why she's going to be on the stream tomorrow. And all these teams like Zach Davies and Ben Keys, they're going to be looking to pick up provincial title as well, maybe here at the BP's Cup, and similar at Red Deer, to maybe book a trip to nationals with them too. So super cool that I get to send some teams to PI.
Oh, fantastic, and good luck to you and your partner.
Yeah, hopefully we do okay. That's the main hope. But and it's Ronan Pedersen, you'll see on the sheet beside there as well. He plays on the Davies rings. He's also qualified for that mixed doubles nationals there in Prince Edward Island. So stuff to keep an eye out if you love the curling, if you love watching it. So try and enjoy, everyone, if you can.
Stay with it.
Tolerate a lot of curling. I know it's a long season, but for all of you in the comments, I don't feel like it's a long season for you guys. You guys are just awesome. The fans just truly make our show what it is.
I was like generous.
We've got a little more open end than what we're used to with these two teams, but looks like they're going to try and
that's at 14-2 again. Yep.
Okay.
Looks like a hit and stick here to put a little pressure on.
Needed some major
So
construction.
Jacob Libbus looks like just with the ice, it looks like a soft weight hit and possibly a slight roll to get behind that guard.
Yeah, and for Jacob Libbus, the big thing here is going to be making sure that your shooter sticks in the house, and I think that's the tolerance. Is it's okay to just make sure that you've made contact and you're sticking in the house. I know a lot of teams, they'll try and get really finesse in these last couple of ends, and it's really important to try and keep simple shots simple, right?
Right.
11-4.
So that's the roll he got, and if everything holds true, looks like we might be looking at a blank.
Yeah, it definitely seems like that's the trend here. And, you know, if you're Team Libbus, that's not the end of the world, hey, Mark, because then you take that hammer and you carry it over to the even ends, and that's a big positive thing for their team, right?
Absolutely. I know you hear that a lot with the bigger teams, that scoring on the even ends is the optimum strategy. So we'll see what happens here.
It's good.
Clean.
It's good.
Close.
Yes.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Really gotta go.
Watch your roll.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Nice sweep, Jay.
Save some time here.
All right. And that looks like it'll be a rollout for Team Van Amsterdam, and Team Libbus, they're making this quick, they said.
This is my kind of shot right here.
right through the house, no pressure, hey, Mark?
Yeah, I usually, generally over a season, I'll shoot that, make that shot at about 65%, so that's good to know.
Yeah, you bet. And there's the thinking time for all of our viewers at home who are just curious, but we'll be right back after the break, and I will elaborate a little bit more when we're back.
Curling Alberta's 50/50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Need extra space? We rock at Storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss. But it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
All right, everyone, we are back for the 8th end of action here at the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup presented by Curling Alberta and Best Western Resorts. My name is Justice Jakes. If you haven't kind of tuned in throughout the game, I'm joined by Mark Higgins, my fellow commentator. And Mark, we've got a really tight game. This is really the only tight game really on the ice right now.
Yeah, that's correct. So it's good for us. But yeah, there's been some really good curling. There's been some misses, but there's usually someone on the team that'll bail you out. So we'll see what goes on. You know, I want to remind, if you're listening from Stettler, tonight after this game up in the Hub Lounge, we've got Kent Nixon and Amber Williams playing. So they're going to be starting in about an hour. Kent Nixon's a local musician with a great reputation. So if you like country music, come on down to the Hub, and he'll be playing till the wee hours. So that'll be good fun. How about an update on the 50-50, Justice? Can you see the total?
Yeah, so the 50-50, I'm just getting an update now for us, and the 50-50 is at $6,800.80 or $6,880. So 1 hour and 35 minutes left till the draw, and you have the option to also buy a bonus prior 50-50 final draw with a guaranteed $50,000 jackpot. So that is incredible, and let's see if we can get that jackpot up to $7,000 by the end of our stream. 2 ends to get $120, guys. If you're a resident of Alberta, if you're over the age of 18, just do yourself a solid and get in on the action to support the Erskine Curling Club and all the other curling clubs across Alberta. And head to the Curling Alberta website, right-hand corner of the top of your screen, and hit the 50-50 section, buy your tickets, and hopefully you get a call saying you're $3,500 rich. Little chuckle there, but a little bit of a missed shot there from Team Van Amsterdam, running the Red Rock in, and it goes back into play there. So Sterling Middleton, the thrower there, yellow shot, and
that was a tough shot. I mean, he didn't miss it by much, but the result certainly wasn't what Van Amsterdam wanted.
Yeah, for sure. And I think for Team Van Amsterdam, the key there is just going to be trying to eliminate as many rocks as possible in this 8th end and preventing a big 2. Oh, big little rub from Team Libbus.
We've seen that back and forth, one miss after another. I don't know what's going on. Maybe
we roll in. He's gonna set
maybe too many chicken wings this afternoon for these teams. But there's great shots, but we've had lots of misses.
If we roll there,
just hasn't been as sharp this draw, it doesn't look like. And
does that give him a pocket?
That was really kind of the first time we've seen back-to-back, like, I guess blatant misses, right?
That point it's that.
I think for Van Amsterdam, you have the opportunity, you kind of have a gift now. Try and maybe run the red in the middle, but Team Van Amsterdam, since they don't have a coach, they're going to head down and talk about this.
So let's listen in and see what they have to say.
It feels bad,
yeah,
but if you could run it into that one, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that feels really bad.
Like, try to plant it.
I think it's even worth us doing that and making them make it. They overroll it.
I think it's just like, what are you going to do? Like, assume you make it, they make it.
I like the hit and roll a lot.
Yeah, that may be tricky. Like,
that's fine.
There's actually no business in us running.
Just not a lot of room to go that way.
And then we're
yeah.
Yep.
But at least then we're not.
Right? This could be in the way.
We're fine throwing this run double. Like.
Well, actually, you know, if we just nose this, right? You're already, even if we go here and they make that, now we're back.
Could make it back, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think nose is
All
okay.
right, and
they're always playing that role.
Now that we're looking at this,
but nose to make sure we're second.
Not yet.
Van Amsterdam, they're looking at
And
nosing
then that's not going to be
that
in the way of a runner.
Be kind of
red
cool to make
side
sure we hang on
rock.
for second shot. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm seeing like, is that a normal? Yeah.
And I believe we have another final as well, Mark.
That's right. It looks like on sheet D,
What kind of weight?
looks like nose
Davies
ice to
and
normal.
Jakes have shaken hands, so
That's your sleeping part?
Davies will move on, and Team Jakes, their week is over. So they've curled some great games. They had a real doozy this
Weight's
afternoon,
okay.
so
Wait.
they've run out of steam,
Close.
but they
Wait. Yeah.
really represented
Normal
themselves
down.
well.
Normal.
Hard!
Yeah, great showing from
Keep
Ryan
going.
Jakes and his team.
Yes.
They were one of the
Good.
higher ranked seeds in this event, and it was great to
Sweet.
see
Real
them try and put up a great showing, and they did definitely this week. So great effort from them. And Team Davies, they'll move on. That's a huge
Yeah, now it's not in the
victory
way.
for junior curling right there. The U of A program, that's their junior varsity team at the U of A program, the Davies team, and they'll play the loser of this game right here, sheet C, in the C qualifier game tomorrow morning.
So
Little light.
the
Clean.
nose
Forward.
hit was
Whoa.
successful.
Forward.
Now
Clean. Yep.
Team Libbus is
Forward.
looking for
Whoa.
just a little
Yeah.
hit
Whoa.
and
Girl.
maybe pop
Girl.
onto the
Girl.
button there.
Girl. Girl.
Looks like that's
Girl.
the called shot.
Oh, just couldn't get the roll with that soft weight.
Oh, it's so tricky.
Yeah.
Throw.
Nathan
Was it
Wahlberg
time?
there. He's
Yeah.
he's a little disappointed
in.
that it couldn't curl up a hair more, but
Easy
great shot nonetheless from him. Puts the Team Libbus rock back in a scoring position. So Jason Ginter looking to follow it up with a retaliatory move.
Whoa! Curl! 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 Hard!
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So a
So
little
there
bit
is a-
wider there. Yeah, just didn't come in quite as much, and
Just a
No,
bit big.
left a double opportunity.
yeah, and so you wonder if Team Libbus is going to throw some weight here with Nathan Molberg, and the way he can throw a rock. Nathan can throw a rock. I've played against him a few times in juniors, and man, lots of weight. So it seems like that's going to be the call, and the double attempt here for Nathan
Intern here at
Molberg.
all? Yeah, I do.
I like intern, yeah. It's okay.
You can see coach and
Less.
registered alternate for Team Libbus, Brad Thiessen behind Nathan.
Easy peel. Here we go. Little up. Yep. Yep.
Push.
Yep.
Push, push, push. Push, Mike.
Hard. 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 Hard.
Michael Hendricks really trying to hold this, and
Oh, and it
oh,
slides
it
just
goes
under.
under.
Still stuffing
Just
her
got
up.
it a little thin.
Hard to put the straw somewhere
Yeah.
that's like we're in love with, right?
I know.
It looks like it just took off on him a little bit there, and I thought it,
Turn peel?
like,
Yeah.
that was peel weight, but I just thought he
it's
would
good
throw
ice.
that really firm peel weight, and it would be just
I
kind
grind
of a missile that was
Yeah.
on a mission, you know? And
I do too.
it just looked like he, I don't know if he got
Oh,
it
he's good.
going a little bit or something like that, but
Straight run.
nonetheless gets
Yeah,
the
that's what
one,
we like.
and
It's hard
Van
to
Amsterdam
draw
looking to
anywhere
do the
for it.
straight
Yeah.
run to remove
Yep,
that
we'll have to throw a straight run on it.
red stone from scoring potential.
Yeah, right down the center line.
So,
Well, not really.
oh, I see. Yeah, with still 4 rocks remaining, I guess this is the shot.
Yeah, the big thing with this shot is for viewers at home that are curious to why the run back, they just want to get as close to a force opportunity
Just
as
peel.
possible, and for this,
Whoa, hard,
this
hard,
shot
whoa,
gets you that.
hard.
So,
Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa!
Conchu managing the
Curl.
rock. Jason Ginter curling it back,
Six.
and looks like they'll get the one rock, but the shooter will roll out. So
Good.
that's a little bit of a
Still good.
turning point,
Nice sweep.
because now
The blank
Libbus can
back.
hit and roll, or the blank. Yeah, it's
Oh.
definitely an option.
He's just gonna draw now. He's ignoring the rock and play in the house, and he's just gonna. Looks like he's just gonna draw.
If you are Jacob Libbus, it would be extremely beneficial to score 2. I think no matter what you do, I think you have to make every effort to score 2 here, because if you can, with this setup, you're down 2 in the 8th end. You tie the game going into 9. If you can force Team Van Amsterdam to 1 and get 2 back in the 10, it's a win. And I think that's where they're looking to be. That's where they have the most success, or I guess best statistical chance of winning. So Team Libbus now with the draw attempt on Jacob's first.
Line's close. Line's good. Line's good. Look up. Line's fine. Look up. Line's good. Line's good. Whoa. Line's good. Doesn't need to finish. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sick. Attaboy, Jake. Good shot.
All right. And gets under the
like it's a
guard.
pick.
Let's see how buried this is, because
Feels like
I'm
that
wondering if it's
Aquator,
peeking
no?
out. Yeah, just a little
Just peeking
peek
out,
out.
just over
Or
curled.
else you're thinking just off this one.
Yeah.
That's
Runner looks harder.
That's my least favorite. I get you just threw it. I was really seeing that.
Yeah, Blank's
You got any of it?
We got a quarter of
I
it.
really like how Sterling Middleton and Evan Van Amsterdam talk about the shots. They really make a good back-end duo, and Sterling with just kind of a calm voice in the house and not giving a whole lot of options.
I think
it just kind of helps guide the skip after thinking about the end all the time, 24/7 when you're on the rink or at the ice service playing. It gives that skip just kind of that confidence boost, right?
right, and a little mental break, right? Having the stress of guiding that team nonstop is something, and I think we saw with some of the younger skips that came in that you know, that pressure finally gets to you. So it's good to see that some of these teams are formed so that there's another voice or reason to either confirm things for this skip or like I say, just give him a little bit of a mental break so he can focus on the shot at hand.
Yeah, Sterling Middleton, not only a Briar participant twice, but a 3-time World Junior Champion with Tyler Tardy from Team Cooey. So Team Jake's is Jordan Tardy, Team Van Amsterdam's Sterling Middleton, and Team Cooey's Tyler Tardy, part of that junior championship legacy dynasty team.
Really got to go hard,
They
Jake.
gotta go hard.
Junior championships.
Gotta get some curl on this.
Come on. Okay, just a little back.
Ooh, and a little bit of a miss there from Team Van Amsterdam opens the door for Libbus to get 2 here.
Same weight.
Seems good.
So Libbus just looking to draw for his 2 right now. He has to hit the 4-foot in order to get the 2.
You want me to give you a little more than that, or?
8th end, 5-3 to Van Amsterdam right now. Last stone for Jacob Libbus, throwing red stones here at the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup.
Line's good.
Not heavy. Can't hurt it.
Little lighter path. Seam. Little lighter path.
Can't hurt it.
Keep cleaning.
Line's good.
The end.
You're on the red now. You can't hurt it.
Can't hurt it. You're good.
Mike Hendricks really
looks
doing
like
his best to guide the stone in.
Good.
Sorry, Mike. Too red.
Ooh,
He's
almost had
lucky.
enough to kind of squeak back there, yeah.
He's lucky they called the backing on that.
I lied. You could have heard
Great curl out here, going right to the edge of the 12-foot for a rock to the button. So that's great to see. Good old Darren. He's got things honed right in.
You bet. Last 2 ends of play here coming up, 9th and 10th end. Stick around. We'll be right back after the break.
Need extra space? We rock at Storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Right off.
All right, and we're back for the final end of play here in the
That's good.
B qualifier game with a trip to the 1-2 page playoff. The coveted 1-2 page playoff.
Hello, center
to
line.
face Kevin Cooey and his team
Yeah.
in that game for the first or second playoff spot on the line.
Similar
So
weight.
massive game here.
Similar weight.
Massive
same weight.
10th end.
Little less. Little less.
Mark.
Yeah, you gotta go. Line's good.
We get the quarter guards are going up. Ben Amsterdam has 2 in the house, so it I mean the deuce needs to be scored, so he's got his set up.
Yeah, you bet. And it's just like this this Libbus team, they're doing their best to try and set up the end.
Which
And
one's the better one?
this Van Amsterdam
we're
team as
coming
well, they're trying to really kind of clutter up the front of the key so that
You threw the winger here. That's all I can
that
think
Libbus,
of. Like
they really don't have a lot of I guess traction to their end, right? Libbus, they fought hard to have the hammer here in this 10th end, and they're looking to kind of take
They got a little
advantage of
light.
that now.
I
But
like it,
Sterling
guys.
Middleton, the
Close.
vice for this
Line's
team,
good.
throwing
You're
the
just top
second
12.
Go
stone.
then.
Hard then.
Line's
good.
real good.
Try top 12. Better room. Bottom room. Switch. Top
And Mark,
12.
it's
Switch.
really, this game is so important
Switch,
for these two
please.
teams,
Switch,
as
switch.
this means
turn around.
whether you're on sudden death for the rest of the
Go ahead,
event
Jay, a little
or
bit.
not, right?
Hard.
Absolutely,
Gotcha,
yeah.
there.
Being 1-2 in that page is extremely important.
Well, if that's wide open, there's air
It's
to
just that
tight
extra
gap
life
freeze.
that you can take,
Yeah.
and
that's
you
good.
guarantee yourself
nice.
third in the event. That is
Looks like Max. Yeah, looks
one
So,
thing that's for sure.
So a question: why wouldn't
like a hair less.
Van Amsterdam try the tick on
Here you go.
these
Top 12.
on these quarter guards? Is just too hard of a shot, and then you still end up with junk in the house or in the front there.
Line's good.
I think the
Top
big
12.
thing, Van Amsterdam, it's like we said on
Top
our
12.
first draw, Mark.
Yeah, line's a little
We
tight.
have for the viewers at home
Top
that didn't
12.
tune into that stream,
Line's tight.
we talked about how a
Top 12. Weight's really
team
good.
can take
Line's
two
tight.
approaches
Yep.
to
Hard.
a defensive end. They can either go everything
Keep
in the
going,
house
keep
and
going,
kind of
keep going.
offense is defense in the sense where Libbus will have to address it eventually, and if they don't have enough rocks to address it, that's your hope, then you generally will
Good sweep.
benefit from that. Or the other approach that Evan Van Amsterdam is doing right now, you can try and
Get
peel
really hitting
everything
this
that
one,
you
roll
see. You can
shooter.
try and kill as many rocks as possible that
Make
you
the
can
double.
do that. And
Oh.
a big reason why
It's thin,
Van
but yeah,
Amsterdam
sure.
is opting to do that is nothing to hide behind for Team Libbus.
Okay,
right?
what do you want me to go back?
What a
For Team
quarter.
Libbus,
You're
who's
throwing
down
it.
2, it's you generally need a guard to score
They don't have much going
some
on
sort
around
of
that corner right
multiple.
now.
So,
Right.
and Mark, that's what Libbus needs here now. So.
Right. I just on sheet B.
Just roll it. Watch it. Got it.
It's
Okay, watch it.
7 to
Okay.
4, I believe. Anyway, we just Tao's first guard was
You're right,
off
they
the
don't really
center
have
line,
anything over here.
and we just saw a successful tick
I thought we were playing
where it's being moved off to the
There-
boards, and the
I like your first
Maverick
one. That just gives them a
rock
cross
is in the
double.
house, so
Yeah.
there's
I think you're right
the
with
consequences of not getting that guard onto the center line.
Yeah, exactly. That no tick rule. If
He peels the guard, and
if
we
you
got 3
can't
rocks
get
in
that
the
rock on
center
the center
floor.
line there, it's
It's
a
like
huge
back 12.
a huge misstep, right? So
It's free game for sure.
free game.
Probably,
Yeah, a lot of these teams, they know it's a
free
strategy
rate
that's
sort of
been
thing,
proven to
sort of
work.
thing.
There's no reason why the
Snake is good.
World Curling Federation wouldn't have put a rule like that into play if it wasn't proven to work. So I think that's the big thing here. And
Little light.
Just
For those at home that are wondering a little bit about the play down scenarios,
then.
if you're from a different country, I know we've got people tuning in from the United States, Netherlands, Australia. The Canadian play downs, it features all the provinces where they nominate teams to send to the infamous Montana's Briar, right? Ooh, big miss there from
That was
Team
a big
Libbus.
miss. There goes the corner guards, and
Yeah, and that the only two last provincial playdowns that are remaining are ours right here in Alberta, where we'll send one more team to represent Alberta at the 2025 Montana's Briar in Kelowna. And the the Manitoba Championship, their infamous championship that features 32 teams, a double knockout format, and then a championship round. So they're the only two provinces left. You can see some of the teams there in the crowd. I can see Rob Johnston's team there, and some of the 50-50 volunteers. Skip Wilson there in the back.
Yeah.
There's our Bo Daviduck winner, Lucas Sawiak, and Ronan Pedersen.
You speak of Lucas Sawiak. We have our draw to the button tonight, and it's I think the total is about $3,600. And guess who was drawn? Lucas Sawiak is the lucky person. So he's going to be drawing for the button for $3,600 to go with his the funds that he received for winning the Bo Daviduck Award. So that's going to be good entertainment after this game.
Yeah, and is it? I gotta ask, is Lucas throwing the rock himself, or did he give it to one of his teammates?
Well, let's assume he's going to throw it.
For sure.
I'd assume that he's going to throw it. He's a lead, so I'm pretty sure he's confident in his drawing and ability. I sure hope so.
Line's good.
Lucas Sawiak with a comment today from his interview with Raymond Vanstone on our Curling Alberta social media, saying that Team Davies, they're confident that they can win all 5 to advance and win the whole thing. So, and they're on a train, they're rolling. Mark.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Speaking
of
the
play downs in the other provinces and stuff, my brother from Fort Smith said that the representative for the territories this year is from Hay River. Jamie Cooey will not be making his 18th appearance in the Briar.
Yeah, for the first time in a long time, Jamie Cooey was upset there at the Northwest Territories playdowns, and I believe it's Bartling that will be representing, Aaron Bartling, that will be representing the territories. So we won't see a Cooey brother duo there this year, but we could see a Cooey duo or a Cooey there still with Kevin Cooey in the 1-2.
Big run back to open that house out. Oh,
Sit.
Good shot.
Oh, and that's a beautiful shot.
Oh, that's pretty good. Anything deep?
Jason Ginter has to be happy with that one. He gets he gets that red rock out, and then he moves those yellows completely to the side, where if they're still in play, forces Libbus to kind of have to work with them a little bit, but it also, more importantly, moves stuff off the center line. So you want to keep the key as open as possible if you're Team Van Amsterdam. You don't want rocks in play, and anything in the way of that is a bad rock. Kill it. That's the MO right now if you're Team Van Amsterdam. And if you're Team Libbus, you want to cling as many rocks to other rocks as possible. You want to bury, you want to kind of tap, tick, wick, whatever you can to get that rock in a good spot.
Unfortunately, those two rocks on the 12 that they're curling around are staggered. So if they get this around, it's going to be a tough rock to remove.
Tight.
Oh, okay.
Top 12.
Yeah, and that's a great note and catch, Mark. You'll see that yellow rock is under a stagger with that other front red, but
it's over curling. And light.
It almost looked like that one took off. So
maybe picked. Oh, we've got a timeout by Van Amsterdam to discuss this.
So this is Van Amsterdam's timeout. We'll listen in and take a look to see what they're saying and hear what they're thinking in this timeout.
Has to hit and roll if you do this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Peel does us any good because they're drawing around that anyway. Yeah.
We threw a similar draw here in 4, right?
I mean, if you could ever make this, it's really good.
That's game. Yes, it is, for sure.
I think this is easier. And I think this also probably wins you the game.
There's a really bad outcome there.
Yeah.
Well,
There is. I think it's just as good as...
I kind of agree. I don't think peeling that does much, honestly.
Because they just draw around it
Nothing more
anyway.
than just they're going to be around it anyway.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It makes this a little bit. But I'm saying if we're here, they got to eventually deal with it. Because they make the come around and then...
I think it was this one.
You could even.
No, I think that's the call, boys.
Me too. I think this is right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
think
and that other end we had right here.
right here.
Yeah. Just out there now, if they're going to
Yeah,
make the come around and then we're just throwing the freeze.
Yeah.
Is that good ice? We kind of want to stay not too wide.
You were drawing here in with the freeze and end whatever, right?
Yeah.
And that was a little more ice.
You certainly could. Do you like beating them freeze?
So Mark, we heard Team Van Amsterdam come to kind of a decision, and it seems like that they are wanting to go under that
What do you think for
that corner blob of rocks there.
They did, yeah. Seeing like
So over on sheet
Mid to
B,
high 14s?
we've had handshakes. Team Vaverick has
Remember, the
defeated
T-line's really
Team
good.
Tau. So they still in the B, and Tau now, is he eliminated or does he drop down to the C?
Tau, if they did lose, then they are eliminated. So
Looking for T
that
back
means
forward.
that Johnson Tau, well, his week will come to an end. So the varsity U
Line's real
of
good.
A team finishing their week here, in Vaverick
here, guys.
moving on to the qualifier game.
14-7.
So Van Amsterdam actually chose to draw to the open side.
The open side, yeah.
That's good.
Take the play away from
Good
that.
shot, guys.
Take the
Nice.
play away from that corner.
that's really good.
Yeah, that could be a good shot there, yeah. I thought they would maybe go under the corner, but
Okay.
it's like, I think it was Jason that
So he
said
does that, we
that they
just
could
run down.
maybe
Yeah, I was
freeze
gonna
on
say
it or
high
something.
nose.
It just gives them more opportunity to junk
Even
up
if you
rocks,
just do
so
that.
space them out a bit, and
Yeah.
Kill
that very well could be
You're
the rock
leaving
that
this
wins you the
here.
game,
He's
right?
gotta deal with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. No, if they ever went
we're gonna be
deep
able to
around
kill
that
this.
corner and
Yeah,
there's a
that's my only
freeze
thing.
capability, the deuce is back in.
Like that touches
Yeah, I
it.
agree.
That probably touches it too.
Let's go. We have tons
Right?
of time. We can talk for a second. At a different angle.
I think it's okay. I think let's make it.
So now
Thanks,
if
speed
you're
up as good as
Jacob
we can get.
Libbus, you almost
Pretty
want to
much
try
dead
and get
nose.
some of these yellows at a play to
Those are
bring that
straight high.
second red back into play,
Kind of lined it up.
but
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not sure if you
Even
need
we only
to.
get two of them, right? He's got to deal with that.
Like, you're
and then
only
we've got one
down
next
two,
to
so I'm wondering if
I was
we
just thinking this first.
It's hard to get shot.
kind of
and
put it
bury.
in the back of the tee
Yeah, he's
there, and
freezing game.
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
what will happen?
I like
This is
it.
the call.
I think firm.
Wow, over in sheet A, Team
Burn
Adams
has
has
to
come
skate high
back
nose,
with
Yeah.
back-to-back steals, and
Nose
it's
at the
it's
end
all
is probably
tied up
pretty
going
cool.
into
Yeah,
the
you just
10th
need a
end with
little
Jamie
high.
King
Oh my
7-7.
gosh. That was a 7-1 game at one
Shade
point,
high. This,
and
this
it's
is running with
7-7
firm, I
now.
think.
So, like I said, folks, if
Yeah,
you're looking
shade
to
high.
look at the other games, they're all streamed
we
free
make-
on the
we can
Curling
always hit it a
Zone
little thin and plant it, right? That's okay. It's gonna
stream here, and
Mine's
yeah,
a little less,
absolutely
better than
a
those, but-
must-watch game right now with Team
Well, we
Adams.
know the game's over. I
The
think,
train has come
'cause it's
back
off the
As long
red.
as
hot,
it's
and let me
That's-
tell you,
yeah.
it is
6 minutes.
rolling after being down 6
I think that's
points.
good.
They have come back to steal 3 points after putting a 3 on the board, and
That's
game's tied
embarrassing.
right back up in the 10th.
Millimeter high.
Yeah.
Firm.
Yeah, sliver high. Good.
Yeah.
So the shot they've decided on is a run back on that top red rock, and hopefully to have everything spin in here. So this
this might curl
could
a
be the
little.
shot of the game, one way or the other.
Yeah, it definitely could be. This is a big, big shot. If 2 reds don't stick, or if at least 1 red doesn't stick in the house here, this could be game for Jacob
Just
Libbus.
firm,
So
a little down.
his first
Yep,
shot,
yep. Push, Mike. Hard! Push it. Hard! Whoa. Yep. Roll it on. Sit.
That red, it's gonna have to stick around, and it does. But if you're Evan Van Amsterdam, it's almost like a nose hit. Might just
Whatever weight you like.
do this thing, because I don't know if there's a shot where you can kill
Do you hate a sliver
1,
less?
2,
We've
3,
seen those
4,
back leaders
5
get a little
yellows.
scratchy.
Missed the draw.
Okay,
and
I
give him a
like that ice.
shot
We
for
can
the
even
three.
roll in a little bit. Yeah. Just gotta make sure you stick the shooter. We leave it triple. Yeah.
So Mark, this very well could be the kill shot for this game.
Yeah.
9. What's the weight here?
9. Okay. Yeah, rid of the nose. We'll roll in here.
Just a nose
Final
hit.
stone.
I mean,
Yeah,
just
nose hit.
just
Clean.
even just make it
Close.
make
Yep.
it disappear.
Close. Clean.
Final stone for
Oh,
Evan
off.
Van Amsterdam in this
Clean,
10th
clean.
end. Just looking to make
Nice.
it go away. Roll in.
Pretty good.
5 rocks Team Libbus has to address, and
Oh, shoot.
well, it's not impossible,
quad.
but it has to be, I think,
Quint?
I don't know if I see it or...
Yeah.
to me it looks
Yeah.
like a quintuple.
Takes a lot of weight
Yeah.
off that one.
Yeah.
I think if you throw an out turn, it's just sticking here all day, right?
I think the term is Hail Mary.
Unless you think it goes over the top.
Yep, this is...
That's what I was kind of hoping.
You might need to pray before you throw this rock, but hey, if you make it, greatest curling shots on Instagram, I'm sending you a video,
Oh, it
and I
launches
expect
this
it
way.
posted ASAP.
You throw enough spin at
So,
it. It's hard. Oh, it doesn't matter. Like,
We have to stick it there, but
we have to get all 4 reds
yellows.
and the shooter, right?
and
One doesn't-
Rhonda, question to your who has the hammer.
think you throw
In the Adams game, it is Jamie
real
King.
spinny out turn.
Jamie King has the hammer in the last
like,
end.
not real spinny, like,
I think we just throw a nuke and hopefully it bounces.
it's called time just to not burn.
Timeout as they continue to
just throw a nuke. I think
discuss